Hello. Glued in. Well, thank you, Julia. I learned something about myself that I'm a bad audience member. But Julia likes rules. She once actually said out loud, I shit you not, how can you have any fun if there aren't rules? You never spend an evening with me. So, sparks fly. You know, like Corin said, that can be good. It can be sparks flying between two people who are instantly attracted to one another, or it can be the sparks that fly between two people who just don't quite see eye to eye. The story I want to tell you tonight is about sparks flying in a good way, but a little different than you may have thought of. Several years ago, I went to a friend's birthday party. And my friend made the mistake of having an open bar for the first couple of hours of her birthday party, and I proceeded to get just absolutely shit-faced. Just tatered, y'all. I could barely sit up. And I did this knowing that there was a part in the birthday party where people were invited to come up and tell stories about the birthday girl.
I know that's right.
Yeah. And, thank you. If you're happy and you know it's happy things. I'd asked her, because I knew some stories. I had been in the inner circle. I knew some stories. She said, I can tell. I said, can I tell anything? And she said, bring it. So I did. I got my drunk ass up there and told just a horrible, horrible story of some stuff that she'd been doing back in college. I knew the story I was going to tell. Do I know if I told it in a coherent way? No. There are photographs of me with my hand on my head, holding myself upright while I'm telling that story. So I get done with the story, and I'm sitting with my friend Rex, desperately trying to get towards the edge of sobriety at the very least. And I see this little person bebopping their way through the party and up to the bar. And I turned to Rex, since Rex knows everybody, and I said, so who's Tinkerbell over there? And he said, that's Corin Young. She does Storytellers. And I said, Storytellers? Because I've heard of Storytellers. I heard them on the 100.9 The Creek as I was driving to work one day. She and her featured storyteller for that month were on the radio promoting the upcoming event. And I said, I got to get in on that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So with the sort of assertiveness one has when one is just absolutely tatered, I walked right up to her and I said, so you're Corin Young, you do Storytellers. And she said, yes, I do, and I want to talk to you. Because she had heard my story and decided that I needed to come be in Storytellers too. And so the mutual attraction was, as it were, was immediate. She asked me by the end of the evening to be the featured storyteller at the upcoming event, and the sparks flew, and we worked together on my story, and which she loved, which absolutely slayed, by the way. I was just blown away. It was amazing. But, that's I've got a little time left, but usually I go over. But that, and then I got more involved. She asked me to be on the board, and I got involved with the board. But as time went by, life sometimes gets in the way. The best laid plans of mice and men gained after glay, which is Scottish for get all fucked up. And, I wasn't as involved as I'd been, and I found myself sort of slipping away. But recently I've decided that I need to come back home, because Storytellers has always been home. Ever since the first day I was involved, Storytellers has been home. And I'm going to tell you, Corin, I'm going to be back, and I'm coming home.